Growing tomatoes at home is a very satisfying thing, but to get the best, big, juicy tomatoes, your plants need proper food, just like we need good food to stay healthy. Instead of spending money on chemical fertilizers from the market, why not make your own at home? It's very easy, very cheap, and also eco-friendly. Here, I will tell you about 4 best homemade fertilizers for tomatoes. You can make them easily with things you already have at home. Let's start. Number 1. Bad tomato fertilizer. Sometimes we get overripe or damaged tomatoes in our garden. Instead of throwing them away, we can use them to make a very good fertilizer. This is a great way to recycle waste and feed your plants at the same time. First, take the bad tomatoes and remove any parts that are diseased or have pests. Put the tomatoes in a blender with 1 liter of water and blend until you get a smooth juice. Pour 1 liter of this juice into a big container and add 10 liters of water. To make it even stronger, add 10 liters of compost tea. Mix everything well and let it sit for 24 hours. After 24 hours, your fertilizer is ready. Use it to water your tomato plants or seedlings. This fertilizer is full of nutrients from the tomatoes, like vitamins and minerals, and the compost tea adds even more goodness. By using this fertilizer, you're not only helping your plants, but also reducing waste. It's a win-win situation. Number 2. Tomato paste and compost tea fertilizer. If you want to make an even stronger fertilizer, you can mix tomato paste with compost tea. First, mix your 4 tablespoons of tomato paste with 1 liter of water. Stir it well until it's smooth and red. Pour this into a bucket with 8 liters of water and mix properly. Now, add compost tea to the bucket until you have about 15 liters of fertilizer. Let the mixture sit for a few hours so the nutrients can mix well. You can use this fertilizer directly on the soil or as a foliar spray. The tomato paste gives potassium and phosphorus, which are very important for flowers and fruits, and the compost tea adds good microorganisms and organic matter to the soil. This combination is like a power-packed meal for your tomato plants. It will make the roots strong, the leaves healthy, and the fruits big and juicy. Try it, and you will see the difference. Number 3, tomato paste fertilizer. Now, this one is very interesting. Tomato paste, which we use in cooking, can also be used to make fertilizer. It's rich in potassium and phosphorus, which are very important for tomatoes, especially when they are flowering and fruiting. Take 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and mix it with near 1 liter of water. Stir it well until the paste dissolves completely and the water turns a nice red color. Now, pour this mixture into a bigger bucket and add 10 liters of water. Mix everything properly. You can use a sprayer to apply this fertilizer directly on the leaves of your tomato plants. This is called foliar feeding, and it helps the plants absorb nutrients quickly through their leaves. Of course, you should still water the roots as usual, but using this spray once a week will give your plants an extra boost. The best thing about this fertilizer is that it's very gentle. You don't have to worry about overfeeding your plants. It's full of vitamins, amino acids, and minerals like potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, and calcium, and it costs almost nothing to make. Number 4. Tomato plant parts fertilizer. You know, tomato plants themselves have so many nutrients stored in their leaves. Suckers, those small shoots between the stem and branches, and even extra seedlings. Instead of throwing these away, we can use them to make a very good liquid fertilizer. This is like recycling, no? First, collect the lower leaves of your tomato plants, along with any suckers and extra seedlings you don't need. Put all these parts into a 5-gallon bucket. Fill the bucket with water, but make sure it's non-chlorinated. You can use rainwater or just leave tap water out for 24 hours to remove chlorine. Mix everything well with a stick so the plant parts are soaked properly. Now, cover the bucket loosely with a lid and keep it in a corner for 1 to 2 weeks. The longer you keep it, the more nutrients will come out from the plant parts into the water. After 1 to 2 weeks, strain out the plant material or use the mixture as it is. Mix 1 part of this liquid with 10 parts water and use it to water your tomato plants. This fertilizer is full of nutrients like nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, which tomatoes need to grow big and strong. And the best part? You're reducing waste and helping the environment. Making your own fertilizers at home is very easy, very cheap, and very good for the environment. Whether you're using tomato plant parts, tomato paste, or bad tomatoes, these methods will give your plants the nutrients they need to grow strong and healthy. So, why not try these homemade fertilizers? Your tomato plants will thank you with big, juicy, and delicious tomatoes. And you'll feel proud knowing you're growing them in a natural and eco-friendly way.